Sometimes if they don't even know what to do, let them just do whatever they want to do. At the beginning, it may not make sense. If it's something that they keep on doing consistently, eventually something good will come out of it. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for always coming back. If this is your first time, thank you for tuning in today. Please like, share, subscribe. And I'm going to be talking about something very interesting today, something a lot of parents have, reached out to me about, and I have chatted with them one-on-one. But today I intentionally want to bring this video out so that the next time a parent or a guardian asks me about it, I'll just share the video with them. And guess what it is? So today we'll be talking about how to help your child stop TV addiction. How to help your child stop TV addiction. That is what we're going to be talking about today. Television is a very good tool, so to say, but television can go very quickly from spending fun time, having fun, into an addiction. Yes, addiction. I'm not going to talk about the fact that you stop your child outrightly from watching TV. No, I'm going to suggest alternatives to you of other things that your child can do instead of watching TV. So because we need to find practical solutions to help that child be able to do other things instead of that time the child uses spending time watching TV. One, I'm going to talk about the thing I'm guessing that you're already thinking I'm going to say. Encourage your child to read books. Encourage your children to read books. And like I always say, the earlier, the better. Consistency is important. Once you start it, don't stop it. Even on the day you're tired, don't stop it. You can take the child to the bookshop, let them choose the book that looks like they'll be interested in, or you can also check. But when you're buying books, remember, read the synopsis, flip through and read some pages so that you do not find surprising things in the book, and buy age-appropriate books, okay? You can also buy books that show that are connected to the interest of your child. Some children love cars, some children love football, some children love airplanes, some children love dinosaurs. Whatever it is that your child likes, there are so many children-friendly books that will amplify those subjects your children are interested in. And then one thing I tell my children, which is true, which has worked for us over time, is that reading a book builds your imagination. It makes your imagination come to life. And while you're reading, literally, you're picturing it how you want it to be. It's like watching a movie. The difference is just that you're watching the movie in your mind while you're reading on the print of the book. So reading books helps and aids your child's imagination. And it has even gotten to the stage that my children tell me things like, I was just imagining, as I was reading the book, I was just imagining, and then there are sometimes I intentionally bring out my book to read. Yes, I have novels that I read. I read the likes of Francine Rivers, and stuff like that, so that they can see that reading is not just for them, it's for all of us. That would be encouraging as well. However, I should mention something. Let's assume your child does not want to read, is not interested in reading, maybe because it's something they are not used to. So you can tell them, okay, if you read so book from this chapter, or if you read the first 2 chapters, I'm going to reward you with watching TV for 30 minutes. And that 30 minutes has to be 30 minutes. You time it. And let the child say your 10 minutes. So whether the child is responsive or reacting or crying when you're stopping the TV, follow through what you have said, so that they will know that when mommy or daddy gives an instruction, or when they say they're going to do something, they're serious about it and they'll follow through. 2, I love this part. Stock up on art supplies. Art supplies. In my house, we have all sorts of art supplies. We have cardboards, we have canvases, we have paint brushes, we have crayons, we have A4 papers, just for the purpose of art. We have a lot of art supplies. Name it. Just stock up on it. Sometimes if they don't even know what to do, let them just do whatever they want to do. At the beginning, it may not make sense. If it's something that they keep on doing consistently, eventually something good will come out of it. There's some YouTube channels that can also be watched where they learn how to draw. Maybe they're watching somebody draw. Please, you have to screen it. Remember, watch it first before they watch it. Where they're watching somebody draw, and then they sit down in front of it, copy the picture, the person is drawing color, and then eventually their own creativity will come to life. So you need to stock up on art supplies. You can start with small things like crayons, papers, A4 papers, colored pencils or colored biros and the likes. That is also something that you can use to substitute TV to keep them busy. Three, you can also go on a walk with your child or go to the park. Yeah, even in Nigeria, we have parks, we have places that you can go to. And then sometimes you could even use the opportunity to say, okay, let's go and buy a cup of ice cream. And I'm using it to reward you, for probably reading this book or with a beautiful art you drew or whatever it is. Go on a walk instead of zoning out and picking the option of TV, which is, of course, more convenient for anybody to do. I remember back then when my children used to watch a lot of TV. And the moment you tell them you want to switch up the TV, you could just see the countenance change. They're not happy, or somebody is crying, or maybe they're saying they want to watch and they're crying. I'm like, God forbid, not in this home. If TV can get this, reaction out of you, that's bad behavior. Those were part of the reasons we started early on cutting down on TV when we noticed that it is actually addictive. So I'm talking from what has happened to me. I'm talking from experience. 4, I love this one. Play board games with your family. Find age appropriate game. In fact, sometimes you'll be shocked that your children are able to play games that are sort of higher than their ages. In my house now, in fact, we invested in board games. We have taboo, we have charades, we have Ludo, snakes and ladder, what cards. Have game times, game nights. Find time to just play with them or teach your children how to play so that when they're bored, they can play together. You understand? So invest in board games, invest in games that will make them think, chess. There are loads and loads of board games that can be invested in. Yes, another thing I would say would be sign up your child for maybe a sports club or a sports team, because separating your child from watching TV and then putting them to to spend time with other children also has a way of making them forget or focus their energy on the other activity. So, for example, you could sign up your child for a football club, once a week, maybe Saturdays, take the child maybe for 1-2 hours, and then they spend time with other children. They'll be looking forward to it. And if you see that there's so many activities, skating, cook clubs, chess clubs. All you need to do is do some findings, Bible clubs. There are loads and loads of clubs that you can sign up your child in. And once the child shows great amounts of interest, please support the child, encourage the child so that the child would, it will be a major distraction of which the child's appetite for TV will be reducing and the child will be more interested and focused on other things.